Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, new video, new updates. We are entering into the final 2 weeks of the summer transfer window, and I'm always telling you, stay here, stay tuned, and subscribe to the channel, send in your comments, activate the notification bell, don't miss any videos, because as you can see, every single day, many stories, many news, many things are happening, many exclusive news also this summer as usual here on the channel. So thank you for being here every single day. And the exclusive news from yesterday was Rodri to Barcelona. Today is going to be the Rodri day in Barcelona, so big excitement around Barcelona fans. Rodri is coming. Today there is a private flight scheduled for Rodri to travel from England, destination Barcelona. Then Barca already started planning the medical test for Rodri and for Joao Cancelo. So now we enter into the final steps of the Rodri mission and also of the Joao Cancelo mission. We should not underestimate Cancelo. Obviously, Rodri is Rodri and has to be Rodri Day, will be Rodri Day. Cancelo comeback was clear since some time, but Barca are very happy to have added 2 crucial players to their squad because they believe Cancelo can help at right back, at left back, experience, excellent relationship with every teammates. And then Rodri, guys. Rodri is an incredible signing. Barcelona have completed everything in the last 24 hours, and now we just wait. Again, medical, contract signing, presentation, 4-year contract for Rodri. Joao Cancelo is coming, and so all the operations confirmed at Barcelona. Many of your questions, guys, are also now on strikers, because Barcelona still need a striker, is the reality. Robert Lewandowski left the club as a free agent. He joined Chicago Fire in MLS. Then Ferran Torres a few days ago joined Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona for 50 million euros. So obviously Barcelona need a striker. We know about the Julian Alvarez situation. There is still no substantial update, so nothing fresh to say today. We will see in the next days. But talking about Barcelona, many questions I'm receiving today are about the name of Victor Gyökeres. Some of you asking me if there is a chance to see Victor Gyökeres joining Barcelona this summer. Guys, at the moment, what I can tell you, checking this news overnight, is that at the moment Arsenal have not received any kind of call, any kind of direct contact from Barcelona for Victor Gyökeres. At the moment, the information is that Barcelona have not reached out to Arsenal. So at the moment, I would keep it quiet in the sense that nothing really concrete has started. But again, Barcelona still need a striker, and in case they decide to go for a center striker, for sure we have to be attentive to several options, because Julian Alvarez remains the dream, but the reality might be different. At the moment, as of today, Atletico Madrid are yet to open doors for Julian Alvarez, and so we will be attentive. But at the moment, I don't have any fresh story on Victor Gyökeres, because the understanding is that Barcelona have not even started any conversation with Arsenal, and so until they reach out to Arsenal, at the moment is not something I can confirm to you. So let's see what's going to happen. Then, talking about strikers, guys, also many questions, as we discussed about Arsenal, about the name of Victor Osimhen. It's a similar situation to Barcelona Gyökeres at this stage. Nothing really concrete happening at this stage between Arsenal and Galatasaray. No negotiations, no bid, no conversations from what I heard. At the moment, it's a quiet topic. Also, Galatasaray sources say that the understanding is that the club absolutely want to keep Victor Osimhen. Galatasaray will fight in every way, even if they receive proposals to keep Victor Osimhen. So at the moment, there is nothing else to say. Then, again, we are here, guys, every day. If Arsenal will come for Osimhen, if Barcelona will come for Gyökeres, I will be here to tell you. As of today, Monday morning, nothing has happened on these 2 files in terms of concrete club-to-club negotiations. And now we are entering into the final 2 weeks of the window, guys. So now, just to make you understand, we are not in the phase like May, June, when clubs start thinking about something. Now it's time to be concrete. Now it's time to go strong. Now it's time to be all in on the deals, because there is no much time left, including the days that will include games. So if you basically understand that during the games it's difficult to close deals, imagine that now we have almost 10 days of real transfer negotiations ahead. Then, talking about Arsenal, guys, some indications. Community Shield was fantastic for Arsenal. Great debut for Christos Solis, 2 assists, 3-0 for Arsenal. A great way to start the season, 1 more trophy. But talking about Arsenal, some players were out of the squad. Obviously, there is a number of players allowed to be on the bench, and so that's also a point. We have to be fair. At the same time, when you see some names not involved in the squad, it feels strange, no? Because Gabriel Martinelli, Ethan Nwaneri, Gabriel Jesus, what's going on? So, for Gabriel Martinelli, he's not going to Turkey. That was never a possibility. So I never reported you anything on this story because Martinelli was never going there. At the moment, I'm not aware of anything concrete with Napoli, despite links with the Italian club. So let's see if some club will bring the right money to Arsenal and to the player. So at the moment, it's still an absolutely open situation, but nothing advanced yet. So Martinelli is one to watch, definitely, but has to be the right proposal for the player and for Arsenal. And at the moment, this right proposal is still not on the table. Then wingers, we said about Martinelli, center strikers, Gabriel Jesus. Interest from Napoli. Napoli like the player. Napoli know the conditions of the deal. Napoli have a coach, Massimiliano Allegri, represented by the same agent as Gabriel Jesus, so the connection is obvious. But at the moment, my understanding is that the salary request made by the player is still too high. First, and second, Napoli still have to offload more players before bringing in a striker like Gabriel Jesus. So this depends on salary request and exits. These are the two key points, and that's why at the moment Gabriel Jesus is on Napoli list, yes, but it's still not an advanced deal. Then, talking about Arsenal, Ethan Nwaneri, a lot of interest. AC Milan made contact with Arsenal. German clubs made contact with Arsenal. Galatasaray made contact with Arsenal. And then Premier League clubs are coming. There is a feeling at Arsenal that Premier League clubs are now gonna knock to the door and try get a deal done for Ethan Nwaneri. So there is going to be a lot of movement around the boy. Then obviously it's going to be Nwaneri to decide, because the expectation is to see a lot of proposals, a lot of movement. Nwaneri will be a very interesting market opportunity, but at the same time, it's the boy deciding with his agents, with his family, with his father. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen there. And then, guys, Manchester City, because we started saying Rodri to Barcelona, Man City lose a fantastic player like Rodri, Man City lose the Community Shield. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but still an indication, and was not at Man City level the midfield, obviously, but they need something there. It's not on Enzo Maresca. Man City need to sign players there, and they know that. They knew even before the game, even if they won the game, nothing was going to change. Now, for Manchester City, Enzo Fernandez. I expect Manchester City to return to the table of negotiations, also club to club, after what they did on player side. So City keep talking with the agents of Enzo Fernandez. Now it's important to understand if they can find a way with Chelsea, because the verbal exit clause has expired on Friday. So I expect more contacts for Enzo Fernandez this week, and we will understand if this Enzo saga will continue or not. And then Ayoub Boadi. My expectation is for Manchester City to proceed very soon. Manchester City have an agreement with the player. Manchester City are working hard with Lille to close the deal. It's a direct conversation between the president of Lille, Olivier Letang, and also the director of Manchester City, Hugo Viana. They are talking to close the deal. It's about some details on the transfer fee, but my expectation is to come here and tell you, here we go, quite soon, for Ayoub Boadi to Manchester City. On these guys and much more, we will be together, as always. I